Good evening, East Alabama, and welcome into the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We roll on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's getting a little rainy out there here in East Alabama, which is all the more reasons on why you need to like and follow East Alabama Now. And make sure you check out EAN News tonight at 6:30 p.m. John Holder, not the football guy, the weather guy, is going to have you up to date on the weather as we continue on throughout the rest of this week. We've got a great show today, and we've got a great show the rest of the week. Today, we're back in wrestling action. Senior night at Walter Wellborn High School last night for the Wellborn Panthers. We've got youth wrestling highlights. Now's about 2 of that 5 minutes, my nephew, maybe. And then to end the show, we've got the All-State Volleyball teams that were announced this past week by AL.com. So we've got a great show in store for you guys today. It all starts with liking and following our East Alabama Now page so that you don't miss the Locker Room. Hey, we've got highlights from senior night at Walter Wellborn High School last night. Those highlights are presented by Lindsay Barger of Really Real Real Estate. I'd love to tell you a little bit more about Lindsay Barger, but it really starts with a simple question. Are you ready to buy or sell? If you answered yes to either one of those, well, then together with Lindsay Barger, I'm telling you what, we're going to make your home dreams a reality. She specializes in home buying, selling, and investing, whether it's just buying a personal home, buying land to build a dream home, selling a rental home, or buying a home to flip and resell, whatever it is. Lindsay Barger is your friend through it all, and I know for a fact, 100%, I just saw her just a couple minutes ago, she would love to guide you in the process. So call her today at 256-441-2389. And hey, guys, don't forget to like and follow her on Facebook and Instagram at lindsaybarger.realtor. Lindsay Barger brings you our highlights each and every day on the Locker Room. So we're really thankful for her for partnering with us. And hey, we'd love for your business to partner with us as well in other different areas. So if you're a business, local supporter of East Alabama, you can reach out to us, and we'd love to talk with you more about how to get connected so that you can help support the local kids, coaches of the community. Last night, I was at Wellborn High School. I don't know why I always say Walter Wellborn. I went to Wellborn and never said Walter Wellborn once when I was in school. It's technically called Walter Wellborn, but it's Wellborn High School to me, my alma mater. I was just a couple, 6 years ago, I was wrestling on the same mat as some of these guys. But last night, I was at Wellborn as they hosted Rusty Mayfield in the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Let's go out to our Lindsay Barger Really Real Real Estate highlights. It's senior night for the Panthers. Here's 285, Andrew Salter. Next up. How about this? What up, dog? That's my boy, Jonathan Screws. He's got a great son, Noah Screws, great daughter, Chloe Screws. They're being celebrated on senior night. Noah's had a great career for Wellborn. Chloe's been a great mat maid. And here is Mary Jane Perrin, also being celebrated on senior night. She's been instrumental in the Wellborn girls program. Here we start our action with Carson Holly of Wellborn, Caden Tucker of Oxford. Carson Holly's looking for the pin. He's going to have to get chest to chest. Keep that head lifted high, and Carson Holly would win by pin over Caden Tucker. That'll take us to Xander Wilson versus Aiden Sprung. Xander Wilson shooting in, looking for the takedown, and nothing yet, but 2 takedown near the out-of-bounds line for Xander Wilson. Xander Wilson bringing Sprung back in. Wilson now on bottom. Xander Wilson looking for Kazoni, maybe? It looks like Sprung's looking for Cradle. But Wilson's going to catch Sprung, put him on his back, and Xander Wilson is going to win by pin over Aiden Sprung of Oxford. And there it is. You see Oxford head coach Rusty Mayfield, along with his assistant coach, Coach Muncher. 2 really great guys right there, doing a great job leading this Oxford program. Coach Mayfield does a good job. Coach Munch does a good job. Here's Ben Carroll, does a great job at Wellborn with his assistants, Dalton Carroll and Christian Presley. Ben Carroll's been, absolutely phenomenal this year, allowing us to come to Wellborn, live stream, highlights, different things. It's senior night. Here's senior Noah Screws wrestling Tristan Williams. Williams gets the takedown. Screws now on bottom looking for the escape. And they're going to nothing yet, according to the official, but they're going to go out of bounds, and he is going to give the escape to Screws. Screws shoots in on a beautiful double leg, and Noah Screws is going to finish this double leg on Williams and get 2 takedown. He leads 3-2 after this takedown, but Tristan Williams is going to end up here in the minute. Screws on top with the leg in, and Williams is just going to turn in. He's going to put Screws on his back. A little bit of a controversial pin here. Screws still, though, on his back in a tough situation. But Williams is going to get the win by pin, and Screws a little surprised by the call. We move on to Caden King and Hayden Lovett. And Caden King has been a really good surprise for Wellborn this year. He's actually been really well for him. And he's going to get the win right here by pin. Got to keep 2 supporting pieces inside. He's got his toes in right now. And Caden King is going to be winner by pin over Hayden Lovett. This time, Dylan Murdaugh, Jeremiah Edwards of Oxford, looking to jack each other up with the underhooks. Murdaugh shoots in, but oh man, that was a nice throw by for Jeremiah Edwards, who gets the 2 takedown. Edwards now on top, looking for wrist control right there. Looks like he's looking half wrist. Maybe it's a wing, can't really see. But either way, Edwards is going to turn Murdaugh, and Jeremiah Edwards is going to end up winning by pin over Dylan Murdaugh of Walter Wellborn. You see Jeremiah Edwards gets the pin. Here's Tristan Crosley versus Justin Pham of Oxford. Pham looking for the cow catcher, and he's going to end up just circling behind and getting 2 takedown. Throws the leg in, and nothing there yet. Now he's just going to look to turn Crosley. And Pham's going to put Crosley on his back and get the pin. Here's Zach Presley versus Charles Maxwell McCrackey. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Presley with the trip. Now he's just going to go over. Look if he throws grapevine in or just sits over. But Zach Presley is going to get the win by pin at 217. And then heavyweight Andrew Salter, the other senior with Noah Strews, wrestling one of the best 285s in the state of Alabama. Caleb Tenner of Oxford. Tenner is going to be a state placer. There's not a question about it. I expect Salter to be the same. But a tough draw for Salter on senior night as he gets Caleb Tenner. And Caleb Tenner just is going to turn him with a head lever. And Caleb Tenner is going to get the win by pin as Oxford would win the duel over Walter Wellborn on senior night. Coach Ben Carroll did a good job celebrating his team. They would come up short last night to Oxford and Lincoln. But still, really, Jerry Lopez didn't wrestle. Man, you've got Noah Smith really starting to turn a corner. There's some positives for Wellborn going into sectionals in 2 weeks when you obviously like what Jerry Lopez is going to do for you in the lower weight classes. Noah Smith, I think, is going to be a really good surprise. Noah Screws is going to score points. Andrew Salter is going to do. Zach Presley's been really good for him. Caden King's been good for him. If Ethan Carroll, I heard some injuries going on with him, so if he wrestles, he could be a guy. I think if you're Ben Carroll, you're looking here and you've got 6 guys that you're feeling like you might have some confidence in them guys making it to Huntsville and see what more they can do from there. And so senior night last night at Wellborn, Ben Carroll's team took on Rusty Mayfield in the Oxford Yellow Jackets, and they took on Lincoln as well. And again, we want to wish Coach Carroll and the Panthers good luck. They'll hit the mat this weekend at the Piedmont Dogfight, which will be a good pre-sectionals tune-up for the Wellborn Panthers. Hey, when we come back, we're going to have highlights. It wasn't just varsity action last night at Wellborn. It was also youth action. We've got the highlights, so do not go away. I'm Namath Pitts, and you're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you The Locker Room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston. You can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Wellborn Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And now they offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space. They have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School. or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Teds Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room. We continue on this Wednesday afternoon. It's a little rainy outside, not a little, pretty heavy. And the rain was falling last night for my little nephew. He got his first win of the season. So we're going to show you guys some youth highlights from Walter Wellborn High Schools last night. Again, it's Wellborn High School. Why do I keep saying Walter Wellborn High School? I went to Wellborn. It's Wellborn High School. But either way, they didn't just have senior night for the varsity team last night. They also hosted youth night. And now, I got to tell you guys, I'm a little biased in some of these highlights, but the first 2 minutes is my little nephew. This was my nephew's first year wrestling. He just turned 7 yesterday. Yesterday was his birthday. And I spent the night with him this past weekend. He said, Uncle Namath, will you come watch me wrestle Tuesday? I said, absolutely, buddy. And he said, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I promise you I'm going to win. Well, he got his wish. Let's go out to our Lindsey Barger Really Real Real Estate highlights. Here's Bryce Pitts. Happy late birthday. Yesterday was his birthday. He ain't won a match all year long, but that changed yesterday. He wrestled Rambert. Come on, Chris Smith. You're the official. Slap that mat. I want the pin. Chris Smith waiting a little bit on that pin. Had me a little nervous over here. No, but I enjoyed getting to watch my little nephew wrestle last night. Still no pin. These officials nowadays. By the way, Chris is a buddy. I'm just messing with him. But Bryce Pitts on top looking for the half. And he's going to turn Ramburn looking for back points. Count them back points. Come on, Chris. No back points are being counted. No, I know what it's like to referee youth wrestling. It ain't easy. Bryce Pitts, though, gets 3 more back points. And he's now looking for... Looks like he got a little going for the half again. Come on, Bryce. I was sitting there screaming, guys, I'm glad the camera don't have audio. Yelling, I was, come on, Bryce, come on, Bryce. Anyway, this is my little nephew on top on his birthday looking for his first win of the season. And if you don't like that I'm showing his highlights, I'm sorry. This is what we do. We spotlight the local communities and kids. Here's Bryce. Turn in for that switch. And he's going to take him right to his back. Looking for the pin. I don't know what more he's got to do for one. But it's okay. We're going to get the win anyway by tech. Congratulations to my little nephew, Bryce. He got his first win of the season last night on his birthday. Ramburn did get the reversal, but he got his first win of the season on his birthday. And, buddy, I couldn't be prouder of you for just everything this season. Your first year wrestling, how hard you worked. And I know my brother is really proud of you, and I'm really proud of you as well. So I just want to spotlight him because he got his first win of the season on their last match of the year on his birthday, and I know that had to be a really special feeling for him. I remember what it was like the first time I won my first match. And then, how about this? Good sportsmanship, shaking his hands, and everything else. But I got to tell you, Wellborn did a great job last night. Chris Smith does a great job with the Wellborn program. You see Michael Smith there. He does a great job with them as well. You see the Lindsays. You see Matthew Lindsay in the back, Patrick Lindsay, Mr. McPherson. There's a lot of people that have contributed to this program. And again, Wellborn's got a really good youth program, and Chris Smith's been a big reason for that. Here's Cleburne County wrestling. Wellborn and Cleburne County, I don't know the name, so I apologize, but Cleburne County looking for the pin. And Cleburne County Tigers also have a really good youth program. They probably have one of the strongest youth programs, I would say, probably anywhere in the state of Alabama. And again, at the Mayfield, do a really good job. At Cleburne County, do a really good job with this program. You see Cleburne County right here again. There was 3 teams there last night, Cleburne County, Ramburn, and Wellborn. Now, I don't know much about Ramburn's youth program, but I know Coach Meter does an exceptional job with the high school team. And I'm sure whoever's running the youth does a great job. And Coach Meter, I wanted to apologize to Coach Meter. He talked about how I had mentioned that they've never cracked top 3 at state traditional-wise, but he did correct me and say that they were 3rd place when they were 1A through 5A the last time. Jasper beat them for 2nd by 3.5 points. They were the only Class 1A through 4A school even close to ARAB, and the other 1A, 4A school, the closest in points, was about 40 points behind them. So they're the only school in 2A to wrestle for a duals championship. They've done it twice. The only 2A school in state history to finish top 3. He feels pretty good about that. So I just want to make sure I gave a shout out. You see Ramburn Youth Program, and they have a wrestler on top right now looking for the pin, wrestling Cleburne County, and he's going to end up turning the young Tiger from Cleburne County, and Ramburn's going to get a win by pin right here. So again, Wellborn, Ramburn, and Cleburne County last night. Here's Cleburne County and Wellborn wrestling right here. Again as well. Sorry I don't have the names of these young guys that are hopefully one day going to be state champions, but we did have the action. Here's highlights from last night at Wellborn again. Wellborn, Cleveland County, and Ramburn Youth Wrestling. And shout out to everyone for just a great season youth-wise. Great night last night at Wellborn. I enjoyed just getting to get some highlights of the young bucks who are looking to just get better. And, man, you're seeing the youth programs now. A lot of these kids, man, are getting into off-season training and really taking the sport serious. You don't just see high school guys, but these young guys are traveling, wrestling the AYWO tournaments, a lot of different things. And so here's Cleveland County and Ramburn. By the way, there's going to be I want y'all to see this takedown in a minute by Ramburn. Bang! I mean, that was just a nice takedown by Ramburn right there. Got two before they went out of bounds. Ramburn back on top. Wrestling Cleveland County. Looking for something. What he's looking for, I don't know. Only one person knows, and that's him. And then here's Cleveland County and Ramburn. Cleveland County just going to take Ramburn right down, and he's going to get the pin, the Tigers youth program. Great showing last night. Here's Wellborn, and I'm not sure where this other guy's from, to be honest with you, but Wellborn gets the takedown. The Panthers on top. And you just got to love watching these young guys. They just really, most of them don't know what they're doing. They just run into each other and try to bulldoze each other to each other's back. The last night, again at Wellborn, we got the youth highlights. Shout out to my little nephew, Bryce Pitts. Happy late birthday, buddy, and congratulations on your first win of the season. And, man, I got to tell you guys, it's pretty crazy to me to think that sectionals is in 2 weeks, and then state is in 3 weeks. Like, I'm literally flying to Chicago in 2 weeks for my brother's Navy graduation. I come back home. 2 days later, I'm going to Huntsville for the state tournament. We'll be in Huntsville for 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. State champions will be crowned on Saturday. And, man, I'm telling you what, there's a lot of people around here that do a lot of great things. But I'm telling you, I believe 100% wholeheartedly that we cover wrestling unlike what anyone has ever covered wrestling in this area. I really believe that. And that's not anything to pat ourselves on the back. It isn't about me. It isn't about my bosses. But it's about time that this sport gets the same recognition that football, basketball, and other sports get. Because I tell you what, some of these kids that wrestle, man, they work harder than some kids in other sports. I don't think people realize the discipline, hard work. Like the amount of nights that we as wrestlers don't get to eat or didn't get to eat. Like I still think it scarred me, to be honest with you guys, because I don't eat a lot. But the just not getting to eat, like having to stand there and watch your family eat dinner at night, you know, that's the dedication you make for the sport. And I'm telling you, wrestling trains people in a different way, man. You learn. And what my favorite thing about wrestling, no excuses. You and one other guy on the mat. You get beat, you get beat. Sometimes you get controversial calls with the officials or whatever, but you put yourself in that position. You go on your back, you put yourself in that position. And so I just think wrestling's the greatest sport that's ever been created, and I don't think you can convince me any other way. And I can't wait one day, God willing, if it's part of his plan to have my own children, I can't wait for my son, God willing, if I have one, to wrestle. And I know I'm going to push him, not like some people, but I'm going to push him to be the best that he can be. And so, anyway, I just really enjoyed being at Wellborn last night. I've enjoyed all the coverage. It doesn't end, though. We're going to be at the Piedmont Dogfight Friday night. We'll have highlights of that next Monday. And then, of course, I'll be in Huntsville at the state tournament with as much of the latest action that you'll get only right here on East Alabama Now's page. Hey, when we come back, the season's come and gone, but we're turning the page towards next season, but remembering some of the best from this past season. When we come back, we have the All-State Volleyball teams that were mentioned by AL.com. Don't go away. I'm Namath Pitts, and you're watching The Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
We continue on the Locker Room on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Namath Pitts, as you see right there. And we continue on bringing you the best coverage you can get in East Alabama. And I got to tell you guys, I've got to cover now this year, since I've been working for East Alabama now, well, I guess it's 2024, so technically last year too. I've got to cover football, wrestling, volleyball, basketball. I've got to cover 4 of those sports. And I'll tell you, I had as much fun covering volleyball and getting to know some of these coaches as I have any sport. And I think we have some really great coaches in this area. Dana Bryant, obviously retired, but phenomenal coach for Pleasant Valley. And they're going to be just as good coming up. Even through Coach Bryant's retirement, I still think that the success at White Plains is going to continue. And Jennifer Mann's going to do a great job of leading the Pleasant Valley program. Coach Anna Taylor does a phenomenal job at Donahoe. Whitney Welch does an absolute stellar job at Alexandria. Brenda Vincent does a great job at Wellborn. Rebecca Hughes at Ohatchee. There's so much more I can mention, but those are a couple that just had some all-state players. Even Spring Garden, Coach Ricky Austin, he might be the GOAT of sports in Alabama, the GOAT. His daughter's certainly going to be great as she's headed to the University of Alabama after high school to play basketball. But it isn't just basketball that she's good at, volleyball as well. State champions were crowned in 7 AHSAA classes and 3 from the AISA this past season. Those state champions were McGill-Tulane, Mountain Brook, Montgomery Academy, Montgomery Catholic, Plainview, Pleasant Valley, your Raiders, and Spring Garden. And an all-state team consists of 14 players, plus a player of the year and a coach of the year, along with honorable mentions. Now, we do have some graphics and pictures of our players, our all-state players, our coach of the year, and our player of the year. We don't have honorable mentions, but I'm still going to mention them. Now, we don't have anybody in Class 7A, so I'm not going to mention the 7A coaches, players, or anything like that. In 6A, obviously, Oxford's the only 6A team that we have, and we did not have any Oxford players that made All-State, but we did have Jamia Gaston, who was an honorable mention. She was a senior for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. So Jamia Gaston was an honorable mention. In Class 5A, though, we did have one All-State player, and she was really good, really instrumental for Whitney Welch and the Alexandria Valley Cubs, and that was Kaylee Dickerson. Kaylee Dickerson made All-State in Class 5A, and here's Kaylee Dickerson. You're going to see her right here for you guys, the senior from Alexandria. She was an outside hitter. Kaylee will sure be missed next season. There's no question about that when it comes to Whitney Welch and the Alexandria Valley Cubs. But Kaylee Dickerson, congratulations on making All-State in Class 5A. The 5'9" senior was an outside hitter for the Valley Cubs, and she was certainly a good one. Another senior that made All-State for Alexandria was Devin White. Congratulations to Devin White as well on the honorable mentions for Class 5A for Alexandria. They did have Erin Spradley, who was an outside hitter. She was an honorable mention, and that was the Alexandria Valley Cubs in Class 5A. In Class 4A, we didn't have any local talent right here in Calhoun and Cleburne County, but we did have Nevaeh. I'm going to mispronounce this name. But Nevaeh's from Cherokee County. I'm not even going to try to say that last name because I'm going to miss it, but she was a sophomore middle outside hitter for the Cherokee County Warriors, and so that was the probably closest we had to someone making All-State in Class 4A. And then, of course, Macy Leah from Cherokee County as well was an honorable mention in Class 4A. But no, actually, we did have an honorable mention from Jacksonville. Cameron Stone was an honorable mention in Class 4A for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. In Class 3A, we didn't have any necessarily right here in Calhoun and Cleburne County, but Kaylin Hollis from Glencoe made All-State in Class 3A. Reagan Harrell from Westbrook Christian made All-State. And then the honorable mentions. We did have an honorable mention from this area. Again, from Glencoe, Abby Bunt from Glencoe, who was a setter. But J.C. Glover from Piedmont, who was a senior setter. Gracie Lewis from Wellborn, who was a senior setter. Rayleigh Neal from Westbrook Christian, who was a sophomore setter. And Landry Lipscomb from Westbrook Christian, who was a sophomore middle. Those all were honorable mentions. Now in Class 2A, we had a couple girls that made All-State in Class 2A, and here they are. They weren't just good players, they were great players. Starts in the far left with Allie Bryant from Pleasant Valley, who was a senior outside hitter for the Raiders. Congratulations to Allie Bryant on making All-State. Then next to her in the middle is Maddie Schwabe, who was a senior. Schwabe was a senior setter for Pleasant Valley. She made All-State. And then the player of the year for Class 2A was on the far right there, Lily Henry. Lily Henry was your Class 2A player of the year. Now, the coach of the year for Class 2A? Well, you got it. Dana Bryant of the Pleasant Valley Raiders. Very much deserved. Dana Bryant was one of the best coaches in the state of Alabama in any classification. We wish her best of luck in her retirement. And man, we know that she is going to make an impact for the kingdom of God that is going to be even stronger than any accomplishment she earned as a coach. So Coach Bryant, we wish you best of luck in your future endeavors. And thank you for the kingdom work that you do every single day. Also in Class 2A is the Donahoe Falcons. Let's take a look at the Donahoe Falcons right here. They had 2 first-team All-State in Samantha Wakefield, you see on the far right. Callie Taylor in the middle also made All-State. And then honorable mention for the Falcons was Estella Cannell, as those Donahoe Falcons under Coach Anna Taylor made All-State. Congratulations to Samantha Wakefield, Callie Taylor, and then Estella Cannell, who was honorable mention. Speaking of Donahoe, Estella Cannell is the only senior, so Coach Taylor will return both Wakefield and Taylor next season in Class 2A. And then it all comes right back to Spring Garden. The Spring Garden Panthers, who were your state champions in Class 1A, they had 3 All-State players. Avery Stewart, who was a junior setter, Chloe Rule, who was senior in the middle, and then the Class 1A Player of the Year. You see her in the middle in the picture, Ace Austin, who is the daughter of Ricky Austin. And Ricky Austin is the 1A Coach of the Year. You see him right there. His name is 4 letters, G-O-A-T. That is what Ricky Austin's name is. It's the GOAT, and he has certainly got enough championship rings to back that evidence up. But no, congratulations to Spring Garden. Congratulations to Coach Austin. Congratulations to Spring Garden, Donahoe, Pleasant Valley, Alexandria on those first-team All-State. And then congratulations on all the honorable mentions from Calhoun and Cleburne County that made it. And again, we just appreciate, everybody that helped welcome us with warm arms this past season during volleyball season. It was just absolute honor to get to cover it, and we've got great coaches that just make it so much more worth covering. And of course, those great coaches have great players, and so that was the All-State Volleyball team. And that is going to do it for today. Please stay safe, stay dry, grab an umbrella, grab a rain jacket, tune into EAN News tonight at 6:30 p.m. so you can get the latest on news, weather, and sports right here in East Alabama. I'm Namath Pitts, and as always, thank you for watching The Locker Room. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time.